sky. And that makes sense for Fracture. It's a lot less common to see that. But Zenfree back over the race. This is his all-time most played agent overall.
The Neon out.
To see him on Duelist once more.
All right.
This
This is more old school. This is more like their
it's
more like their lock-in comp.
For Talon, actually running the same things. Fox still on the initiator, Cruz still.
Doesn't look like they changed
kind of controlling the map
many.
across everything.
Well, Patty's on Brim. That's the main change.
Things up so much.
But
wait, Patty fan is on the controller.
yeah, it's Pat coming out here with the Brimstone. I was gonna say I need to take a second look at this one. I mean, curious. Obviously, neither team playing these comps in the past, so we're in uncharted territory. But I'm very curious to see how this is going to go.
Interesting.
I love that it's uncharted territory. I mean, look, we want to see some.
I wonder
fun
if these
here
are consistent
over in
roles here,
LCQ,
because this
and
would be
is a good sign
this would be
already.
odd.
Based on the track record of both these teams, we needed.
But it might just be a
change,
fracture
and
thing.
They bring it on map.
Might just be a fracture thing. It might just be a bit like EG
With
with the Demon One on this. You never know.
All right, we are gonna go into map 1. We are ready for LCQ. We got our casters, Paper Thin and William. Welcome back to Korea. Let's kick off this game.
You think it's a fracture thing? Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, I remember them at Lock-In making the Neon look incredible with this. The classic wall of arcade and go down into underpass with the Neon. That was the one.
So that's like ages before. Yeah, I mean, still, you got to imagine
did that a
both
lot.
these teams have
They
been
look great.
working really hard during this break in between the regular season and the LCQ, cooking up new things, changing some positions around, especially DFM here, seeing Zenfree go back onto that raise, bringing Suggest back into the roster, now on initiators, kind of trying to find the right role for him in the squad. We know that Suggest can pop off. Can he be as effective here on that breach this time around? It's kind of a big question for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's all eyes, I think, on DFM, quite frankly, right?
Does Crew have any chance against C9 today? Yeah, honestly,
the beginning of the year, then they
Crew looked
faltered,
really
and then they
good.
started to show a little bit of that hope again.
Crew
So
did look really
I
good.
feel like Talon's maybe a bit more of a known value, although I would say both teams quite unknown at the time, especially
Today's game should
with
be-
the month
should be
break in
fun.
between the regular VCT
It should be the
Pacific
proper
season
test
and
for
now here
Crew,
for
though.
the LCQ.
It's been
We
like
take a look
stand in,
at
stand
Fracture
in,
for map 1 between
and then
DFM
a level a
and
little
Yeah, a
bit
lot of
off,
ghosts
but
as per usual.
they also
Taka
looked
J's gonna go
good enough, in my
a little
opinion,
bit of extra armor here
to
on the
make a run
defender
in,
side, gonna be
so we'll
posting
see.
up at that B entrance,
Okay,
but this looks like
let's
a
see how
B
both
split
of these
here
teams look.
for
Both of these teams
side of
are
Talon. And maybe
not
some
the greatest
flashes to get
season.
this neon going.
We've had a
Cut
month
off the site.
and 2 weeks
Got
off, a month
Zenfree
and a
on the other
week off.
side, trying to hold that B main push potentially by himself, but the turret there kind of leads me to believe that this might
CMC.
just be sort of fake aggression here from
I
Talon.
like these. I
They
like
might
these
not
standards
full
that you're
commit to
setting.
this, right off the rip. They might kind of try to pull some attention over towards that B
All right,
side of the
DFM
map
on
and then
defense, Talon
try
on
and
attack,
potentially go in a different
and
direction.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, they're definitely waiting for the turret contact, so that will be the first information they work
it's kind of
with.
nice.
Trying
Boombot
to see if
doesn't
they can gather
bounce,
some
I'm
other
pretty
information.
sure,
However,
so they
what this
can't
should
check
allow them to
this
do is
with it,
also
so
push
they
with
don't
this
want to
neon
push
all
down
the
with the
way
one
through
pass, and
arcade, as long as they don't
just
get
a
taken out
walk out
immediately, and
arcade
Taki
looking
J's
like a
just gonna
B
back
hit,
off.
looking nice
Yeah,
with the B
this
hit.
looks like it
Man,
is gonna be a
this
full-on
poor race.
re-execute here. Zenfree's stuck on the site by himself.
This
Yeah.
poor race
Nowhere to go,
is
quite
so
frankly.
nice.
Just
This
couldn't
wall came
react
up, they
in
just
time.
waited for it to
Of course,
go
Taki
down,
J
and
had
they
to
could
bail
literally be
before BQ
anywhere.
could really let his teammate know
Anywhere
as he
along
was
the
being
line,
stunned
so
as well. So now
in
already
terms of like
a
pre-aim,
4v5
don't know why he went
for
to be
the
pre-aiming
retake
there.
of Will go
Looked
down
like he was on an
safely.
island.
While stunned, Patty
Double
Fan
smoke
still
for
able
the
to fight
fast
back, and
retake?
He's gonna get that kill immediately. Reyna answers back, but still the numbers advantage massively in favor of Talon. Taki J evening things out.
Wow,
We got
a big kill, give him a chance, but
breach
Fox
aftershock
here,
from
undetected in
underpass
this
to
smoke,
delay
able
as
to
well,
do some
so
serious
it's
damage.
looking unlikely to
Always a little
be
bit
able
extra
to
damage though, and aftershock buying more time. And
defuse
looks
this
like
one.
another flash drive ready to go, but the timing on it, and Reyna gets the peak.
Honestly,
Around, still a good chance here for DFM, but they're so low. Just
yeah,
one
I mean they were
tap
just
each,
too
and
low.
Cruz Jip Boys
I mean it
will
was
clean
a
up,
very
taking
nice
the
pistol
first
from
round
Talon. Loved
Yeah,
the
just a really
loved the
clean
neon
execute
entry.
here for
Loved
Talon,
how
and
the
Zenfree
neon
just
didn't
stuck
really
behind,
overheat here.
that
Just
fast
like took
lane.
the
Not
path
much he
and
can
got
really
into the
do other
corner,
than
wait
try
for it to go
hide and
down,
see if he can
and then
trade
they'd
one
have
out. Not able to do
overwhelmed.
so.
And honestly, the timing
That
looked pretty
gives
good with the
Talon a pretty
spacing as
good
well.
entry. DFM with some
Impressive.
good utility usage here
Desmo
on the
FPS with the
attempted
prime.
retake. But there you can see Zenfree just
6
kinda caught out
months.
in the open. That
Thank you,
stun
thank
did
you
land on the
with the
Pat, like
prime.
you
Appreciate it.
mentioned, but still able to find one despite that dazed up status, and in their Talon able
You
to
saw
fall back
Lev
into those
screaming
post-play
over 8
positions with that
hours
KJ
after the
with that
game
free
today,
throw, you know, really
and
able
then
to,
on the made them run laps.
we see it all the
Okay,
time,
dude.
classically locked down,
But
on the
honestly,
main side of B.
And we are
I know you're
looking
memeing,
at
but at the
rifle
same
buys
time,
right away
I heard
here
they
in the
didn't
second
get
round
much
for
time
Talon,
off in
one
their
Vandal,
break.
2 Bulldogs. Nothing too crazy, but definitely an investment that showcases
Yampy,
they
good morning,
do
mate. How you
want
doing?
to snowball forward. Also, while we take a look at this low, we do want to mention it was Boy sitting in that stage seat on stage.
Same thing. This time we got multiple people here. They can flood fast retake. I gets broken though.
We're taking a look at another execute onto B, and immediately Garnett just fires on all cylinders.
I know it's an eco, but honestly, this is a good sign for Talon.
To just lock this site down. A flawless, pretty much incoming here.
Yampy, how you doing today? You're up nice and early as well.
Get 1, if not 2 kills, but even that's not going to be enough damage as Jip Boys.
Yampy, what time do you start practice today?
Yeah, this is pretty good stuff here from Talon. Just a great execute for Garnett. We're going to see, I think, throughout this particular matchup, one of the big things I'm really focused on here is going to be the differences in the comps. As this is a flawless round here for the side of Talon, but so you've got some minor differences. The duelist, right? You've got the Rays, you got the Neon.
Sure.
So you got a little bit more speed on the attacker side for Talon. Potential combo with some of the Fade utility and other things like that here for the side of DFM. But the Fade has to be pretty impactful.
All right, let's get into this buy round.
Let's
get into this buy round.
Work to kind of keep track of that Neon.
Arch NP with the prime 10 mums can beat Fnatic down. We were getting really ahead of ourselves. I mean, they look good though, honestly. But let's see with the C9 game. Thank you for that, mate. Appreciate it. Bad player as well. Welcome. My pick'ems for Americas to win is looking great. Yeah, it's out the window. I'm changing my pick'em. I'm predicting Sentinels to beat them today. There's no chance Lev can win after that today. Well, there is a chance. They can look completely different. But if they play like yesterday, there's no chance. A main control instantly at the beginning. Smoke reactively. And interesting. We smoke off Heaven. Open the door, create a lot of pressure, big question mark. Trying to bait another smoke out of them maybe. Didn't happen though. This is a great bonus. Yeah, a really good bonus right now. Caesar Knox, thank you for the gifted, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. We got Johnny_5843. Welcome in, Johnny. Caesar Knox, thank you for the gifted. It's your 20th altogether.
But they're going to cut noise so that this time the Fade cannot be prepared for that immediate execute.
The cut sound, the heavy rotate, even though they're pushed here, they really thought their 5,000 going to hit from this.
Gets lost through the smoke immediately and already on the back foot.
DFM took a bit of a gamble, to be honest, with the information that they had, and it does not pay off. Talon looked good. Like, Talon looked good straight up, but in my mind, DFM kind of over-rotated a little bit here. Took a bit of a gamble on their first buy, which it doesn't need to happen sometimes. But yeah, I mean, they kind of double-backed, right? They kind of double-faked with this one. The smoke, the stun, making them think like it was it, then they cut sound, they explored a little bit, but then went back. It was pretty perfect from Talon. Oh, they're going to be saving and not doing any damage as well. You can't ask for a more perfect round from Talon. I'm not even sure we need to be searching here, but sure, why not?
Fox, can he get the kill? No, Rita's prepared for it. Thankfully, the turret's still being in action. Saves the 3 rifles.
Oh, this is phenomenal.
Honestly, this early on, if I'm a team, I'm so fine just letting them save. I know that most likely they're going to be buying into this one with 2 people as well, but I kind of so fine with it. Just means that your economy is great, and even though they may win this next round, you just have an extra chance of breaking their economy. And like moving forward this early on in the game, this is why I'm not like the biggest fan of these saves that you just saw from DFM. I just think it just gives teams too much. I'm fine with saving, but I think at least progressively you should be trying to do some damage and cut off a choke point of where you think they can exit. So yeah, that's where I'm sitting at with a good information. They know there's some here, but they don't know there's 5 here. DFM with the 2 people that died. Get double sheriff. Man. They got a big Brim ult into this one. They know there's 3 guns safe, so they're definitely going to be fine to use the Brim ult into this, maybe to hit the site. It's the advantage with Brim as well. You can exec from one position. Smoke, and then interesting. All across. How the hell is that this guy?
Yeah, gets a little overeager, just wants to expand a bit more, but Garnett's correctly pushing into
honestly,
as well. He's
not looking too bad. Cruz on site might struggle a little bit. We'll see what his stun and his util's like, or his just straight up aim.
Just catches a glimpse of Anthem. Gets him immediately, flashes to buy himself time. Meanwhile, Garnett's backing.
Yeah, and they got delay as well. I don't know if nice shot. Don't know if Patty has a molly for the molly lineup for this. But it looks like it. Looks like the delay is on at the moment.
Crossfire in front of him.
Okay.
Well, right? I mean,
The molly lineup did not hit. I saw it on the roof. I take it all back.
Checking as well so that Talon does not have to use it. And then there's no
But yeah, he touched the spike knowing that he has the Brimble. Didn't want to stick this one because gonna get Brimble it. And honestly, even though Talon all loses, is such a great round for them. They got so much money like we talked about earlier. They get 3,000 on top. They can just buy into this one. And yeah, big brutal round for DFM really.
Against DFM as they are going to take a much needed timeout here.
Okay, yeah. I think they're going to talk about fighting sites a bit heavier. Either fighting sites or being proactive. It's looking like the XX are too good, especially with the neon wall. Looks like they're having a rough time being on site. It looks like that kind of blocks off all their vision, so they're isolated. They can't have these crossfires that they planned originally. And I'm imagining they're going to just be, again, either proactive or fighting heavier on the sites.
How DFM is going to react to things, so it's like,
dude, I saw him confidently get the molly out, so I was like, okay,
those are kind of a coin flip sometimes,
it's all good.
After that,
the molly's gonna, the molly's here.
Strategy. They go to A, it's left open because DFM is just, you know, kind of suspecting that maybe Talon is just going to try to hit, kind of do
back
that
to the drawing board with that one for sure.
We're just going to keep doing it until it stops working, right? We'll just keep hitting B, but actually, you know, Talon's like, we're going to work the map a little bit. We're going to take our time. We're going to get a little bit of info. And then we're going to go into A. And this time around, right, they're like, okay, we haven't tried an A dish push. Let's go through there, cut through drop. And, you know, DFM had changed their setup to like.
Who I think have the highest chances to qualify for champs in Pacific? Man, Pacific is wide open.
Yeah, so now that
like straight up wide open.
What we're basically looking at is Talon has entered and planted the spike from 3 out of the 4 options.
I don't know who's going to win. I've got Talon making a good run, and I've said the Team Secret are going to win. But in terms of my confidence, I don't know. I'm actually more confident in Secret winning over Lev after watching them yesterday. So there's that.
They will always have the authority.
But even with saying that, I'm not confident.
Finally, a push out coming from DFM. It looks like this is what Coach Melifovia wanted to talk about. You have to push out a fracture. That's always been the name of the game.
Okay, and this is looking a little bit better from DFM, right? We're actually having like a lot of fighting over towards A main control. They don't want to give them this one. Looks like it's worked out pretty well. Yampy, you hope Secret wins? You want revenge? That makes sense.
Probably kind of tip the hand a little bit of DFM, and Talon smart enough to keep themselves back and full on.
Okay, let's look at this XX. I feel like the XX have been great, to be honest. And this one looks no different. Killjoy goes in, no one playing on site, 3-person reactive push behind. Oh my, okay. Are they ready?
No, they're just going to plant it, and they're just going to get 3
They check this corner though, right?
I don't
3
know
people?
about this. It looked like maybe they just wanted the spike to be planted, only get 1 person detained, but they have 2 extra.
Honestly, I think they'll take this. This is going to be a big round. TFM looking great into it. Can Cruz get anything on 14 HP? No, just in time. They do use the ult into it though. Chat 2 on 4. Use the ult, they got some delay. It's a good plan.
Unbelievable play here from Garnett's. Gonna pop his ult as well. Try and see if he can get some more damage done. Pat gonna be working the corner here with his teammate, trying to play off contact. They've got 1. Can they get the final? Oh, he's just drawing attention. But no,
okay, they needed that 19 HP clutch. 1v2 got pretty close. Pretty close on this one. I will say that in terms of this next round is really important. It's that thing where they won a round with 1 person only just right. Still has to rebuy armor, all of his util. And yeah, if they lose this, the 1-9 loss bonus behind it, oh man, that's going to be devastating.
That's not good, and they lose 2 players in the mix of those 3, so
what's the reasoning behind my pick of Lev for last chance qualifier? The fixes are easy. I don't know. They needed a break and the fixes are easy. It looks like instead of taking a break, they copied loads of comps but didn't fully understand the comps. And that for me is a worrying sign going forward. Do I even sleep? I mean, I had some sleep. We had some sleep.
even being able to play kind of as his meat shield for that Vandal, not going to be quite successful. Sight emptied once again.
Coming for Honor's head? Nah, I think Honor's a great coach. Oh my god. Was that with the damage? Dude, I need to see a replay of that. How did they get a double here? That has to have been Breach Aftershock as well.
Really nice setup there from Rayta to get that double and really
Need to watch
equalize
that one
this
again.
round.
Honor's a great coach, but I think they messed up this time. I think they messed up this time in this season.
Yeah, they're going to just check for A-Man. Doesn't quite hit the members hiding out there, and then Sight still filled up by Garnets as well, so Talon, they're still working.
Interesting to note, the DFM did low by this, so this is insane. Okay, let's explain a lot right now. Hopefully we get a replay. Pacific and only Unreal for the replays. So they win a round, then they go for an eco, right? So we have a lot of sheriffs onto this one. We then pick up all the guns, we win the eco. Even though we won the round before, we win the eco. It makes a lot of sense with the money. It's trying to make them reset so you can have a full buy into the next one. Kind of not expecting to win it, but then they end up winning, and they pick up 3. No way, it was just one perfect stun once they heard the fast pass and drop, maybe once they saw the wall, and the molly just melted them all. That's actually really sick. Drop down, your speed's already low, then it's getting stunned again, so it's even lower, and then it just melts the whole time. I've actually never seen that. That was really cool, makes a lot of sense. This is a great setup. Yeah, that's a good sign. And what a round in terms of their economy. Like I said, 3 upgrades. They made the right call with the buy, and I guess they weren't really expecting it to go that well. So yeah, that was a cool setup. Yeah, I'm straight up surprised I've never seen that setup before. Makes a lot of sense. Not really going to hear this molly until you drop down fully anyway as well.
A great trap play in that previous round now forces Talon to have to reconsider their options. They cannot just start bulldozing through wherever they choose, because they're now seeing, okay, DFM did come prepared. It's not like they picked this without reason. This fracture is something we need to be aware of.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got some pretty unique setups now.
Okay, Brawler goes in, but again, they don't have any idea in terms of numbers. Once again, this is the advantage of Brim. 3 smokes. You can exec from one side if you want to. One side, I should say. There's the 3 smokes like we talked about. And that is a straight up lockdown. Dude, okay, I'm in. I'm in for this, because these 3 rounds, I know the 1v2 was relatively close, but you look at the last 2 rounds, that was impressive. They break their economy, and in terms of it, 4 people alive, 3 of them got the upgrade here, 5 people alive. I'm not even sure they took any damage. This is nice. We got a game here. And they have a lot of ults, I'm pretty sure.
The breach utility first, he's got that seize save, just puts it right outside of the door, and then Suggest is right there to back up Anthem. Really, really smart stuff here from DFM after that timeout, and this is going to force the counter timeout from Boy for Talon as they try to figure out how can they avoid these traps. They're doing such a good job of it early. Now it's like DFM has got the read on them.
Yeah, if you missed the game yesterday, again, I've been uploading all the VODs. If you want to get a rough idea what happened with the Lev game, I'll see a lot of you talk about Lev and crew. Just watch Lotus. I feel like that was a good summary of what was going on. It highlighted a lot of good and a lot of bad with some of these teams. Look at this screen. Oh my god, look at this screen. It's great. We get the players. I get to see their economy while they focus on the team, what they're talking about. Damn, shout out to Pacific. This is cool. I like that a lot. That's cool. If everyone wants to implement that, that'll be cool. If I was going to be a little bit negative, I would like the timeout thing up here, and then you can get the full bar going in. But damn, that was nice. Shout out to production. That's cool. We're making steps. We're making leaps. We're making bounds. Okay, on the eco now. On the eco, they got some ults. Let's see what they want to do.
But here's the idea from DFM, right? You know that the enemy has to be on an eco. You're just checking. You want to keep these fights at long range.
Nice shot.
Suggest already clears out.
Kind of hitting some shots here. Another clean round would be outrageous. Loads of them would be hitting 9k.
But that's a one-time chance. And Talon not looking like they have too many options. And they're not exactly spread out to
yeah, and they have the hard working. Not naming any names.
Anthem still watching A main as well.
Yeah, I like to call for the rotate. You know that Suggest is over here. You know that the KJ is there.
Hello, Keeper.
A little bit more difficult with just those sheriffs to kind of handle. some of what KJ throws at you. So
I'm gonna straight up say that one's not allowed, keeper. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Able to find that opening shot.
He does have the C's ready. He throws it right
But,
away just to try to buy some time. It is enough for
I respect the
Zenfree to come
attempt.
through. They hear the slide. Zenfree knows that Neon is in. He immediately gets the kill. And
Dude,
the counter
they're
smokes
on
as the
top
volley
of this
comes out
right
from
now.
Take.
Every
There is no
time,
entrance into
it
this
seems
side
like,
of Zenfree. Trying a couple
okay,
extra shots
in my
with good
books
measure
right now,
finds the
Talon,
Looks like Dr. J
and we
knows
might
he's
see
not
it,
gonna get the first shot.
Talon
Jit Boys doing
need
what
to
he
do a
can,
fake
but
with
Spike
the
is already grounded and they
Neon,
do not
because
have
every
a way
time
in.
we're seeing this
Seems like
wall
not
up,
enough
we're
time
seeing like
to rotate to B either.
perfect G2. I'm seeing the smoke to isolate them. They get the kill. Everyone's watching over towards here, and then obviously the round before we had the stun and the nade. Seems like now they just realize, right, Neon wall. That's when we start to do everything. That's the cue to use all our util. And yeah, another great round though. Double armor rebuy, one gun rebuy. We've got 3 people hitting 9k money. It's perfect.
Round, and then the bonus going to Talon. We thought, uh-oh, here we go again. But DFM, an excellent
Yeah, not that I'm
early
gonna sue you,
timeout.
Bake,
Really pays
Cuba.
off dividends.
Like
They've
obviously
now
I would
caught
allow
up.
you if it was
Already
just
not a
fully on me.
terrible score. If they can get 1 or 2 extra, obviously it'd be even better.
Yeah, exactly.
Nearly called it bacon.
I've been talking to some of the
I say
teams
nearly called it
behind the
bacon. I
scenes
did
here,
call
and
him
a lot of
bacon.
them have been higher on DFM in terms of like what
There was
they're
a point
seeing,
Bacon was one of the only
you know,
humans I spoke to. I was calling
what's
everyone
going on in
Bacon.
the scrims and things like that. And you can see the results. They are a little bit more well-oiled here. They've got some really unique ideas, some good ideas, and that rolling thunder.
Oh.
Yeah, just early, right off the bat, because they heard the blast packs, but they still can't catch
They even
the
look
raise
pretty nice
either.
from Talon.
Zenfree was ready with the showstopper. He gets
Wow.
one and is able to buy time for another.
Damn.
Anthem immediately turns
Yeah,
back
fam,
around
they're hitting
and
some
Spike
shots as
clears it.
well.
Spike is now
They got
dropped as well,
numbers.
and it was
They're
just
winning
Fox left before
duels.
they were
What are
done.
these 5
And now
rounds? They look
DFM
great.
take over 5-4.
Damn, I was so
Huge
worried for the
round
first
for
4 rounds, but
DFM.
actually
Really able
they
to turn the
looked
tide
really
here on their
good.
defender's
So it's
side.
nice. I even like the Talon's late
counterplay
take of this. Like Talon had
Attempted
some
by
set thing,
Talon, but
some
Zenfree
set
able to
util
get
for
that
late
rocket
take
off
here.
in time, get some much
Just
needed
DFM had
backup from
numbers.
Anthem, picks up a huge double. Just really good job there working that tree, coming in and out, and you can see even though it catches him, he just pops it.
I mean, yeah,
Gets
they had
the
2
kill.
to swing with
Anthem
that
doing a
as
great
well.
job suggest
Like
finding
that
very
raise
clean
goes
double
down
there.
and gets traded or whatever. They had 2 to swing.
Man, yeah, this
It
Talon
was
team
nice.
looks like
And
they're
honestly,
playing
they didn't
off each other
expect the
now.
2
Looks
here.
like
They
they've
didn't expect there to be
kinda
3
regrouped and
people
figured
like
things
this.
out, and now a fault line off the rip here.
Uh-oh, but the
Oh
gun
my.
wasn't quite out. They can't take advantage of the day stack.
Damn, they're getting clawed out by this as well. Dude, DFM are winning a lot of angels. Oh my god, they doubled. Dude, they really all into this? Gets a big kill from it though, so yeah, this is on. The Fade tried to make sure they didn't take too much space with it. Did all only hit 1 though, so they kind of don't know where the other 2 are. That's why Killjoy's holding strong. Love this though, they retake a lot of space. Even if this guy goes down, I thought Anthem was gonna bait there. There was like a decision for him to make, and he decided to swing with his teammate, which is so fine as a decision. But honestly, I think because he just got the timing to behind here, the bait would have been a little bit better. Cupid with the raid, thank you so much, appreciate that. Chat, you know what to do, let's get some slug approves in for the Cupid raid. Congrats on yesterday, which is technically today, I think, for you. I don't know what the time is there.
Oh, wow, it works.
And
Yeah,
best of
cutting
luck
noise
tonight
and
as
just
well.
buying the time. They had an extra minute or so left already. So we do see Talon. They just wanted to see if any movement showed up.
Yeah, this was nice
from
as well.
Reyna, and
It just
Reyna
cut a bit
thinks,
of
okay, I
sound.
made the wrong call. I'm gonna try to catch them
And
off
yeah, this is
guard
gonna
by
be a
running
hard
all the
one.
way to A. The
Even has
footsteps of
Killjoy
early
if they
tower.
really want to
Reyna
secure
now
it, but
realized
honestly,
mistake a
they're
couple
going to be
seconds
confident
too
that these
late.
2 have got it together.
Talon with the 2v1
So we
advantage.
shouldn't
They
be
are
seeing a
just
Killjoy,
moving
or even though
tower,
it
ready
would
to
pretty
swing
much
out.
secure
The
it if you
turret
put
there
it
for
down.
information as well. Catch first sight, the spike planted right outside the door. Reyna should have a decent idea of how this one's going to work out. However, the question is, do you have the reaction speed? They're even prepared for the flank right now. They know that he's coming up, but they don't catch him right away. Cruz still able to swing around, get the headshot.
Nicely
on
handled.
Reyna.
One of those bullets went right over Cruz's head, but yeah, I
Money
mean,
should
just
be
a
good.
Really good recovery here.
Money
by
should be good
Talon,
for
and
both of these
Jit Boys
teams.
with a
We
big
might even
double.
have a buy for all of this. Talon's going to be the only people that might struggle, to be honest, with their money. Right, these 3 aren't going to have the best buy if they lose this round.
Second guessing himself was Reyna, but again, a nice attempt from DFM. It looked like for a moment they might have had Talon on the ropes, but Jit Boy is able to just step up there out of arcade and
Prodigy,
really open up
thank
a
you
lot
so
of
much,
space.
mate. Good to see you as
and
well.
a lot of the maps during the regular season earlier in VCT Pacific, when Talon was in trouble, it was Jit Boys putting up the kills, able to just keep the team alive for just a bit longer. Looking to do the same again. Now this tempo brought back right up as Talon
4 people here?
They have the full
Damn.
The door is wide open. Patty Fan
It's,
able
this
to
was
find
unlucky.
the
There's
headshot
still a
onto
good
Zenfree.
amount of
Now
people
leading
here.
by 4, but Anthem
Look at him
Sands is
go, bro. We got
absolutely
a
his own as
third.
he locks down once again.
He's having an absolute game. The heavy fight over towards here. The reactive smokes are perfect. The rotate was good. They know that there's been no fakes so far, so as soon as they see the 3 smokes, it's the go signal. Oh, what? No way, though. What was this round?
Just 2 taps onto each, and he's able
Dude,
to
that
clutch
was
it 1v2.
sick, that 1v2. Oh my goodness, what is this game? It's so good right now.
First of all, Talon there trying to put pressure, so it's the same fault line that we saw the last time that an attempted A main crunch was put forth by DFM, but this time they play a little bit further back, so it's Anthem and Zenfrey back towards the Sands area. And yet still, you know, they lose the first one. They lose Zenfrey,
that's
kind of
instant reset. They can get the trade on that. God damn.
And I like the pressure that Talon
Man, Talon won. I mean, honestly, there's been some really close rounds. Some really close rounds. Obviously, I was going to say Talon win some close rounds, but honestly, DFM, their first round to win was really close. The 1v2 on 19 HP. Ult goes in. Killjoy's on a bit of an island, so we need to watch Killjoy here. Killjoy's might just tank the ult, or are we going to try and get out? Okay, kind of did both. I thought he was going to tank it, try and hide. In the end, kind of got a bit of indecisive there. Maybe he was hoping that he could get some kills over towards our earlier. This was a great flash. No idea about the guy on the left though. Big duel. It's doable if oh my. Okay. Nice half. Honestly, the fact that it was 0-4 and they got 5 rounds, I think they should be pretty happy with this. They look great. Anthem has been fragging. What do we end on? 17 to 8? Oh my.
Yeah, 17 and 8. He's not only keeping the team in the game, he is absolutely trying to lead them to a victory, a comeback win, so to speak. Sure, they had the lead for just 1 round, but immediately this first half is equalized at 7-5. Talon right back where they started by keeping the lead on the attacking half.
This was a really swingy half, you know.
It was great. It was really swinging. Again, there were loads of rounds that were super close that could have made a difference. Like both of those 1v2s that we saw EVT win. Damn, dude. Okay. Some good stuff.
Turn the rounds on their heads. And this guy right here that you're seeing on his screen was a big part of that.
387 in the first half, 12 rounds played, and absolutely looking to top the server on all stats accounted for. I mean, 2.6 KDA, you see the breakdown there, 17 kills that we mentioned.
It's so crazy that no one predicted Gen.G to win LCQ. Honestly, yeah, I think you're right. I think it is a bit crazy. Because they were looking a bit better in playoffs as well. It felt like they had found their bottom, their bounce back, so I do agree with that.
All the setups for Zenfrey on that raise, but Zenfrey's going to be hungry for that. He didn't get to really
TMB's got him? Oh, okay. Well, then we're good. Then we're good. At least someone's covering him.
I'm really... There's a Cruz fighting Stein there. I like that. That's very nice.
Maybe it's TMB's time to be good with the pick'ems and my time to get wrecked. What did TMB pick for Americas?
Putting that pressure on him as a duelist, and like the desk talked about earlier, yeah, he's got a lot of experience. It's his most played.
Why do you think Gen.G fell off so hard towards the start of the season? Honestly, I'm not even sure they fell off. I think maybe they had 2 really good maps and they were getting a little bit lucky with the timing in terms of like they got to play their best 2 maps really early on a lot. C9? Oh man, TMV might have owned his pick'ems.
Not just in Japan, but around the world actually looked at this guy on the old Northeption roster.
He might have owned it. We'll see. I do think that Pacific's crazy hard to predict.
I actually might have more confidence in this team, although I don't know how the chemistry works out. He wasn't able to really put up those stat lines during the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled the dice with my one. I rolled the dice, there's no doubt. I thought it would be fine. I thought there was a chance. I need to learn my lesson. There's lessons to be learned.
Continues on for extra kills on Garnett. He reloads. There's still another as well.
Yeah, the overwhelm here with just everyone. They even had the push over towards Dish. This was nice. It's basically a 9-person duel, to be honest, in this area with the extra thing. Okay, nice done from Paddy Pan as well. Double pistol. That's 2-0 in terms of pistols.
to set up.
We got to keep an eye on that. So very, very hard for DFM to win this.
What are you gonna do? I mean,
Patty close to his ult as well.
They won 3 out of 4 pistols the last time these two teams squared off.
Lev vs Sen, who has a better chance. Lev should be, sorry, Sen should be heavy overdogs for this.
You know, still a very
Like honestly, with what we saw of Lev yesterday, Sentinels should be so fine. I am expecting Lev to have a bit of a reset and look better. But still, in terms of the 2 maps that I saw, oh boy. Nice shot, mate. He's incredible right now, fighting for his job, it feels like, because what the hell is going on?
They do have the stiff pack ready to go, and it's not saving
God.
them. The movement just not fast enough. But Fox and Jim boys are going to try to recover whatever kills they can with the Spectres. 1 Bulldog and 2 Spectres. Can they trade out one of them for the extra Bulldog? They'll have to clean up the kills first. They're all just staying grouped up. They have the spike down. There's not much of a chance here for Rada as he goes down. Will they be able to recover that one? It looks like it. So 2 Bulldogs, 1 Spectre saved over from the 4 weapons bot.
Well, no matter what the results are here for either of these teams, and it should be mentioned, this is a brutal day for both of these teams.
Yes.
Practice
Yeah,
for
give me.
so long, for so hard.
I'm probably going to see some of his shots, because honestly, he hit some really good shots there.
Come back to the Sangam Coliseum, and this is it, a best of 3, and you're either going on or you're going home. So, regardless of all that, Anthem is really making a case here today that he is the real deal.
First buy rounds, must win, especially with the scoreline. Must win for DFM. Man, I'd be gutted if DFM, like DFM straight up already obviously look better, especially if I'm just looking at Anthem. This is the best I've ever seen him play. Damn, this was the classic lock-in move, by the way, as well. The one where they just send him straight into underpass. This was the one that was this is the one that honestly teams. Oh my goodness.
Thought he had the timing to come across, but DFM, they were just resetting. They were just going back to spawn.
Only Patty Pan, man. Only Patty
On the Bren as well. Just
Okay.
So confidently. I'm the superhero now. Talon Superfly incoming. Didn't quite work out.
with the brim. I'll cut him some slack. I'll cut him some slack and say it's a bonus. So you're allowed to do like a little bit more risky plays. So I'm glad it's not like in a round that's gonna make them eco. That's all I'm giving him though, because to do that at 120 is incredible.
He's the one on site. He's just there to get info, buy time, maybe get a lucky kill if he can, but he's barely gonna peek out. He's just watching to see if they ever approach the site. And Talon, I mean, they've picked up a Phantom as well. I think for Fox, maybe you just carry this over already.
This is what it's about as well.
I agree with you. I'd like to see him grab this one and leave. Yep, we're good. There's no reason.
This is what it's about. Oh my goodness, a team that understands the economy as well.
Yeah.
We do some damage here. We can potentially do some other damage. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. But they were going for some exits. They didn't just want to let them fully have this. I like that. That's a good sign. I need to see more of that from just every team that I watch, honestly.
Willing to take risks that other players aren't. And my thing is, if this kind of puts DFN in a mind state,
they did enough damage. Enough damage that this is going to be a
carefully,
swing round.
Towards that rope a little bit longer and give them maybe a slight edge, an A main or B main or something like that potentially. Or on the other side of the map.
Gonna get a drop for my guy. Okay, here we go, big round. So like I said, 3 people from Talon can't buy and 2 people from DFM can't buy. Oh, they actually wanted to take Tree as well. So original plan for DFM has been wrecked. Now we go to the mid-round call, go to the backup plan and see what it is.
So most likely assuming that turret might be installed again on the north side of the map, as it often is, watching the ropes. So that means we have the numbers advantage down south. They've already covered all the way to spawn. They know this is all A main right now. Potential on Dish, but the turret's watching that one as well. The aftershock to buy time.
When does Garnets want to go, if ever?
Now aware of Sands as they've
It's a little bit risky to go when they haven't got on site here.
Into 1v1s, and they are going to be successful as DFM.
Okay, all 3 as well. What does Garnets do with his duel? How does this work? Anthem in an off angle. Damn, look at the help from his team. What a great round. Man, it's a shame that DFM didn't win a pistol here. They look way better.
Takage is one of those players. I know we had that run it back episode as we
look by far the best I've seen them.
Attempted save here from Patty Fan. you know, where they interviewed the players before this LCQ Pacific, and TAKJ was one player who he didn't say, you know, he didn't mince any words. He just said, you know what, it all
Yeah, they
sucked,
actually
right?
put
And
in
there
some
was so much
work
to
as
on.
well.
We
They definitely
didn't
put
get
in a
single
lot of
win.
work in the time
He
off.
just said it like it was. He said he wanted revenge. Patty fan getting 1 kill for his troubles.
One
but
person
TAKJ,
safe, so
the
fine
aim
to
he's
just let
putting
this
up,
happen
once
again.
It's reminiscent of what we
It's
used to
this
see from
early.
him in days past.
Yeah, and he's a guy I talk about from this region a lot as a natural aimer. Like he's got mechanical talent, and a lot of people have been very high on him for a very long time. You know, with him being previously on some of the other big orgs
All
in
right,
Japan.
nicely done. 3 people
Came
survive
over here
as
to
well.
DFM.
We have to
Again, I
see.
think a lot of people look
So
at
they
DFM
saved
this
one
year and
gun,
think, you know, you
so
went 0-8, like this was
those
clearly
low
not,
buy can be
you know,
not too bad
right
here.
roster or whatever, and I don't
We'll
fault
see how
DFM
good
for
the low
players
buy
they
is.
pick, because a lot of these players are some of the best in their region mechanically.
Some of the
You know,
Uto
but
here was
they
really
just
good
didn't gel
from
together. You mentioned earlier, man, like,
DFM
it
as
just
well.
hasn't quite come together the way you would have liked to have
Okay,
seen.
last
This
time out for Talon.
honestly, a good roster that just isn't performing to what you would expect.
Yeah, and sometimes the brutal honesty is going to be maybe it doesn't work out ever, right? Maybe the chemistry, maybe just the combination doesn't quite work out. But that's what these two teams are looking to find out
This is nice.
today. Because
Yeah,
as you
all I would
mentioned,
do
they were
is
the-
move this
last
up
chance
to
qualifier
here,
Pacific, the
and then
last
have the
chance
other team like this,
literally
but I
for
get
these
that
two teams.
highlighting the
Patty
one
Fan's having
team,
some fun
and
while
it's
the
good to
boys
at least
just going
talk
at it
about
and
what
explaining
they
do. Patty
can
Fan's still drawing the
individually
hearts
like
there on
plan
camera.
on
But
this
what I
instead
wanna
of
mention
looking at
is-
the other team.
is even
So
if
like
you
I'm a
lose,
big fan of
you want to
this.
leave
Like
a
this
good
is nice.
image of what you were
All
able
of
to
this
do
is
individually
pretty
and
cool.
as a team, because this
Like,
is what
honestly.
people remember today. This is the last match you played in 2023.
But yeah, 2 guns into this
You
one.
wanna
They don't
go out
have
with
good money.
The best performance you possibly can, no matter what. And I think absolutely, like, all these players here have been working really, really hard. And again, from everything I'm hearing behind the scenes,
Something is
that,
confirmed to go to champs.
especially like a DFM team
Hypothetically,
has
we get a
leveled up lot
PaperX
since the end of
EDG.
Pacific.
I mean, PaperX should be
You know,
winning
and
that
you're
because
seeing the
EDG's been
results so
playing
far
last
today.
round's
Yeah,
qualifiers.
first,
They've
you know,
had
the
less
start was a little
less
slow
time
out
to
the
like
gate,
prep
but
and
once
chill
they kind
out,
of
and they've
recovered,
shown
they
more
were able to
footage.
stabilize here
So
quite
PaperX
nicely,
should be
and,
winning
you know,
that.
Talon's attacker snap is a 7-5,
But
good enough
it would
with this
be
neon
close.
comp. You know,
I would
neon
give it like
comps
a
are often
60-40.
pretty attacker sided on Fracture. Was that enough to truly get Talon over the
I
line?
think
Probably.
Matt,
Yeah, once
I'm
again,
expecting
another
PaperX to
push
do
out.
great,
Just trying to
straight
hold a
up.
closer angle. Now they do have only 3 sheriffs on the side of Talon, 2 rifles. And of course, for DFM, I mean, you've got 2 members 1 point away from your ultimates. TAKJ from his orbital strike, and then the Nightfall for Anthem awaiting just 1 ult orb, and it looks like Talon wants to deny that opportunity. Garnets, he's trying to find this off-tempo here with the sliver of an angle, but they heard him run out. Surely they're aware, but no, not quite on the closeness of it. So it will be a
He got his
1-for-1
one.
trade, no weapon recovered for Talon.
I really like Talon's setup on this eco. Like, they have a pretty good read on this, on what DFM is kind of defaulting to, which
Yeah,
is
Reese just
4-1
calm with it at the
split.
moment. Is Talon
And
gonna
Fox
group
here,
up here and
aware
eventually
of
late
that
walk when
one,
this
trying to
turret
hold it
doesn't
down.
see? I wonder what
Talon
time,
thought
like
about rotating
40,
over B
45?
After that pressure, maybe expecting a
Ooh.
re-rotate, but this
Maybe
knife's
with the
gonna get
info
him
that
some-
knife, they
little
hit
bit of
one in
info, enough with
underpass,
the
they want to
breach
go
there.
for a push,
The
okay.
breach is
Don't go
pretty
for a push,
indicative
but
of
they go
where
for a
teams are gonna wanna
rotate.
go on
Time's
this
getting a
map.
little
The
bit
breach
low.
utility,
Brim
pretty powerful
has
for those
no
executes. So
smokes,
definitely now,
so pretty
Talon
hard to
makes
actually
the call
stall
to
them out.
rotate
I
over.
say,
Again, those
I think the
fault lines are
smoke
really
just
kind of
came
one of the
down
big
now. I think I looked
utility
just to see if it
indicators of
actually
what
put the
teams are
smoke out.
thinking and where they
So
wanna
that
go
does
and how
delay
they
for a
wanna
little bit longer. He's
Yeah,
got
and the
Molly.
ball line
Oh,
aftershock
but I
available
don't
for
think they want to
Cruz
use
as
it in this
well.
round.
Curious to see if he uses it
But
right
if the time was a
away,
little
not
bit
quite
lower.
as they were smoked off, just a fragment to buy time.
Oh
They
my
know
goodness,
the
okay,
orbital strike,
well,
but it's not going
they
to
go
land
for this one,
immediately.
and
Suggest
yeah,
actually
maybe in the
well
4v5,
aware
like I
of
said,
the
it wasn't
plans
the best
from
use.
Talon. He plants it much deeper into the site, so the spike will go down, and now a retake is what the doctor ordered for Talon, but it's looking quite difficult with just the sheriffs. They do find suggest, but he says, nah, I'm not going down that easily, but still 1-for-1 trades on both sides. Reyna still holding from Arcade. Fox, another miracle incoming. Oh, yes, it is with the classic. The timing not in favor of TAKJ.
Oh no.
And Fox with another clutch, bringing Talon back well ahead, 10-7.
Did TAKJ run out of
Oh,
bullets?
not
or
like that.
He switched to his iPad on his arm there.
I think he just considered
Yeah,
maybe
I think he
I
just
wanna use my
misclicked.
utility,
'Cause he
and
saw him, right? Or
running
he was.
out right as he clicked
Yeah, I
the
mean, it's
button.
misclicked chat. I'm
Hopefully
not
we
gonna
can
lie
catch
to
that
you.
in the replay because it looked like TAKJ
This
had
is
him
one of
dead
the
right, but we can
most
see the
devastating
silhouette.
misclicks I've
But
ever
of
seen.
course the players,
You know,
they
big
can't see through
1v1.
those walls.
See, he switches to the iPad.
Oh yeah, he fired
Oh
and then
man,
you're right.
that's so
I don't know what
devastating.
happened.
Such a bad misclick.
Misclick or ammo? I'm not exactly sure. I didn't catch it, but goodness.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker because that was, I mean, that,
Oh,
sure,
I
it's a
feel
half
sorry
hour with
for
one
him.
rifle save,
I
but
feel
quite
bad for
frankly,
him.
an eco now
Is
for Talon.
in a single William last chance qualifier game. Man, that's a brutal misclick. What is it? How much damage? What's the damage? Oh, chat, the damage is loads. We got an eco.
And they're reading the map pretty well. Same default, but this time a little bit more of an earlier crunch here from
They
DFM.
got an eco.
Really just going to try to go for what looks like to me just a
So they lost the
coordinated execute
4v5
here. You know, the typical
eco.
kind of smoke splashes, mollies, fault lines, all that good stuff. Try to push base. Jip Boy's just going to spray through the smoke, hoping to catch, and he does catch a little bit of damage. In fact, the nano from Jip Boy's gets Zenfree.
It's enough. He already scratched him up.
Yeah, they definitely got the nade set up for over towards here. And then it looks like they have the spamming once they try and reposition.
They quietly did not use their ultimates.
Yeah, nicely done. I mean, they get the plant down, but cost them.
But already so many members down. Now only the orbital strike left.
Cost them their raid boss as well.
Jip Boys continues his rampage of 3 kills. Rada against the world. Against 5 members of Talon.
We go into the next big buy round as well. There's a lot of ults. The good news is that Rita, once he goes down here, he's going to have his ult. So he's going to have his ult for the next round. They get the full buy-in, but it's all on this one. 7-11, they don't have great money for next rounds on a few of them, right? 3 of them, as we can see. 4 of them, even. So they got some ults, though, to make this one doable, so they should be good for this. We'll see how many they have to use into it, see how close they get.
Some sprays through the smoke to weaken him up for Jip Boys to follow up on his own nano. And the aftershock for Cruz as well, good for another kill. So I've been pretty impressed with Cruz's breach here so far. Cruz a lot of times, right, known for playing the smokes. With Patty Pan switching over to that brim, Cruz stepping up very nicely. We've seen a lot of impactful fault lines. You know, some good utility usage from him to definitely give Talon, or help Talon get some of this lead.
And now DFM with their last time out. They want to use
I mean, like we said,
map point goes in
man.
favor of Talon. They want to use it before
This is
they're
just
pushed
so
up
nice to
against
see.
the
This
wall.
chat, I've been
And
waiting.
here's the thing, overall,
I've been
we
waiting
keep
for
talking
this.
about it.
Legit,
Their
I've been waiting for
gunplay,
this for
their
like
trading, all of that seems a lot
2
better. They
years or
definitely
so.
have some
It's
much
so nice to see
clearer
this.
ideas that are much more apparent. However,
Okay.
on a couple of these
They got
rounds, they're
they got
still
so many ults
focused
to
on
work
their
with.
own idea
So
that
many
they're not
ults
able
to
to
work
adapt
with. We're gonna
immediately
build a
to
pretty good
Talon's
plan on this one.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's, you know, DFM seems to get pretty tunneled in on one idea, and they're just going to go for that. There doesn't seem to be a lot of the adaptation. Like on Lotus in particular, when I was going back and watching the DFM Talon Lotus map, because the bind is kind of just pretty one-sided, but the Lotus was really good.
Could get a little bit wild, to be honest with you. Could get a little bit wild. There could be
They threw, you know, some
be 8 ults
similar
up.
to this map, and DFM bounced back nicely, but it wasn't on the back of like coordinated executes or just trap plays. It was more of just rotates. But Garnets is just on fire.
Oh,
And the long-range fault lines have been so good from
Wait,
Cruz.
this was
Eventually,
cool.
DFM will clean house.
no
but
one
are they
ever.
aware that
Everyone
there's
when they
still
do this
another
stuns from
member?
heaven.
They
No
did
one ever
hear the
stuns
flash
from
drives,
over
but Jip
towards
was
here. I really
already
liked it.
pushing out from the A side, and Fox able to take that opportunity as well. And this lockdown, who is it for?
Okay, shout out to
Nobody.
Talon
As
here.
Talon
They looked
cleans
at the
house
ults that we
immediately
had
within the first
as
30 seconds
well,
of the
and
round,
they just
bringing
went,
them to
nope,
map point.
that's too many ults we do not want to get exec'd on.
DFM.
Like there's
It
too many
was-
ults
it
we don't want to
looked
get
so good there
exec'd
for
on,
a
we need
little
to go
while for
aggro,
them, but
and
this
so
time
they did. And this
trying
was
to
a
get into
really cool
position. I
round.
think,
Again,
you know,
most teams stun
Talon
from
sensing
heaven.
this lockdown
They had a
coming,
different stun
pretty
over
much
from here, and
everybody wants to
honestly the
stick in
stun
sewers,
is
and they just get right ahead
incredible,
of
especially if they
everything
want to
here
go
with Garnets
close.
once again.
So yeah, I love
Anticipating
this.
the arcade hit, nice shot from Cruz.
Probably some cool stuff you could do with that stun, to be
Talon
honest.
just looks really well prepared here today. They're kind
5
of
chances.
getting the read
5
on
chances
how
into
DFM
this
wants
one.
to attack, and once again, it's the same setup. You know, the 4-1 split. That's kind of their default.
And another push out, this time from A
Oh
as
man,
well. They
there's so
haven't
many.
pushed this hard from the A
So many
side
ults
just
again, they
yet,
just
and
want to go
Garnets,
aggro, they
he's
want to
just
exec on them
walked
instead of getting
in, and
exec on.
Savage gets 1 kill, but it's
Ah,
locked
that-
up enough as the
Wait, how did that
Rolling
guy not go
Thunder
flying?
pushes them all back. Talon, still 2 members pushing in, but now for B-Main as
Wow,
well, it's just an
okay,
absolute
that was
pinch
impressive. That was,
as they finish map
honestly,
1 on Fracture,
that defense half
13
looked
to
really,
17,
really nice.
1-0 in this best of 3.
Do you think a lot of the
Just a
momentum
great
swing got
little round
lost
here.
after that
Cute
one-on-one?
little
I'll say
idea.
that
It's like,
much.
alright, we've got-
Also, bear in
got
mind
the
in terms of it
lightning fingers,
0-2 in
we've got
terms
the
of
Rolling Thunder
pistols.
behind it. Let's
But
get the
yeah,
info.
I think a
Let's
lot
send
of
the out.
positives to
See
take
what
away
she
definitely for
sees.
Talon
Oh,
as
look,
well.
they're all
It
here.
was a good
Rolling
map for
Thunder
them. They
off of
looked
that
great.
information.
Looked a little
Just
bit like
completely
old
Benjamin.
lock-in
This is, you know, what Talon will do
Talon.
to you
And I
from
kind
time to
of,
time.
dude,
They're
I kind of
really
saw
good
some
on the
great
defensive side
rounds
too.
from DFM.
Take those rounds where they're just going to collapse on you from all angles and try to finish the job. And they absolutely did it
Anthem
here. So
needs
DFM,
some shout out there
you know,
for sure. He had a
don't
very
like
good map.
saying it, but they're kind of right back to